This is a short film about the Petards Provida 2000, which is a hard disk which is there mounted on its springy bits, for want of a better description, with a plug-in hard drive that's there. The plug-in hard drive being this unit here, probably 500 gig, not too sure. And then the Provida 2000 by Petards, this box here, which is the master box for the unit with the microprocessor in and various plugs and sockets that come out of the back of it. And that is my spare one, which is connected up here, and that has on it two cameras, one, two, there and there, the two white leads, this thick umbilical here that leads to this box here, which is an interface box with a micro in it. And that box comes up and feeds the back of the hard drive. And splits up into video in, video out, and audio, which is that plug there. And then there's a review cable that comes round to the front of the hard drive, which is slightly different to the model that I had first of all, which I could not get going, as that had that review cable plugged in to the RS-232 port that is just hiding at the back there, which I will show you on my spare drive here. There it is, the RS-232 port. And that is the carrier for the hard drive. This hard drive here is on and in standby mode, and the unit is on and in standby mode, and there are two cameras attached to it, which are these Sony 25 watt zoom cameras, colour, black and white, which will operate in positive or negative mode, which I find to be very, very useful indeed. And I have those two cameras pointing out of my bedroom window at the moment on some test subjects. No, it is not Mrs. Smith of number 99, but a couple of fields which are about 8 kilometres away. 8 kilometres away, which we will demonstrate to you very, very shortly. We have here the police pilot control box, which would be set up on that 000 display there to control the speed trap, etc, etc part of it, and speed analysis of vehicles, and the speed would come up in the window. This button here puts the hard drive on and off, so we can put the hard drive into record. Just don't quite know why that's not going into record as usual. Oh, I do know. Of course it won't go into record, will it? Never do it when it's this is the main console for audio brightness and audio on the monitor, which would be with it. I am using a domestic TV monitor. As you can see, that is set up with time date, time, and the calibre required for the 0 mile per hour on the police pilot, which we will switch off via the menu. And you can come down onto the menu, up to the police pilot, and there's all the different things for setting up the police pilot for trips and automatic zoom in distances, etc. We don't want that, so we'll go down and out of that menu, back into that menu, down to the camera, to the accessory there, and we'll come down via the radar, and we'll go across there to police pilot, and we will turn that off. No PP data, and that removes that data off the screen. Right, now I should be able to zoom in and zoom out. So we're now zooming in to that hilltop that is 8 kilometres away from my QTH here, and there you see we're now zooming well into that hilltop where there is a caravan and something else just on the horizon, and you can just see a electricity pylon behind it. If I carry on zooming in, sorry, we'll go the other way, we can go right in, we can go right in, we can go right in until we're virtually out of focus level. Now if I switch to camera 2, camera 2 is looking at another hilltop about the same distance away, at a farm. Just zoom that back out on there, and there's the second hilltop just over to the right of a farm, which is again about 8 kilometres away. Now you can also switch this to positive and negative video. Get it back under control. Which I find quite useful. Now you can see that caravan displayed there as a black spot, and you can also see the electricity pylon. Switch to camera 2, you can see the farm as the grey areas behind there, and you will also see the birds that will fly across, and they show as white. It's not quite infrared, it's reverse polarity as I call it, but it's certainly quite effective. So if I do wish to record, I come back down to this unit here, just switch the light back on the camera, and if I want to record, I press record on the police pilot, which true to good is not working for some reason. I'll pull the plug out. So if I want to play back some previous recordings that I've got, turn the monitor off, and then we will come back to how we play back the recording, etc. in the second tape. This is JDPR reporting, the Pine Radio Telephone Museum of Bewdley in Worcestershire.